Today we are speaking to Mr. Dilip Asbe, MD and CEO of National Payments Corporation of India, about HDFC Bank's Mooh Bandh Rakho campaign. Mr. Dilip Asbe, thank you so much for taking the time out. My first question to you is, how does a campaign like Mooh Bandh Rakho by HDFC Bank help in the context of rise of digital payments in India?
Thank you for having me here. And I definitely love the campaign. It's kind of a modern rap style, so fairly attractive back to the youngsters. And I believe that this is the nice way to give a right message, because you would like to give a message in the way people would like to hear. And I think that's what I loved about the campaign. Obviously, the cyber frauds and the phishing frauds have been increasing back in India, and a lot of work has been done. The ecosystem, including the RBI, put up a long campaign during the COVID time about not to share your personal details, and this is very, very important. Most of the payment systems which RBI has permitted in the country allows two-factor authentication. So with this two-factor authentication, unless a user compromises the details, there is no way there can be any impact or any attack back on his account or back on his bank balance, for that matter. So it's very, very important for us as an ecosystem that the user or the customer do not share any details back to the fraudster on a phishing call. However, it might find him genuine, and most of the times no bank asks you any confidential detail for whatsoever that the case may be. So it's very important that these kind of campaigns are publicized very widely and taken to the every nook and corner of the country, in not only in Hindi but also in the regional languages, which will kind of help in a big way for awareness and to curb the phishing frauds what we see on the rise as of now.
Creating awareness and educating masses on safe banking practices can happen only when all stakeholders work together. What are your thoughts on this?
There is no doubt that the education and awareness, especially in the country like India, it's a huge task. It requires a lot of people together. It requires a lot of institutions to come together. It requires the blessings of the RBI and the government, as it's always for any other awareness campaigns, and we have seen them actually taking a lead in this. So there is no doubt that we require lot many stakeholders to come together, because there is no competition in the risk and cyber security. There is no different motives of the institution while putting up the campaigns or putting up the awareness story like this. So it's all about getting people aware about how to keep their money safe. It also helps for people to trust the payment system. It also helps people to migrate from a cash to digital in a big way. So it's a kind of I would call this as a public good. I would call this initiative of HDFC Bank as a nation building initiative, which kind of takes people together and also make every citizen of the country aware that the security is paramount. It is very, very critical that customers do not fall prey to any of the phishing calls, wishing calls, and do not share any of the critical details like UPI PIN, debit card CVV, expiry date, those kind of details on any of the wishing calls.
In your opinion, what more can be done to ensure the common man is conscious and doesn't fall prey to cyber frauds?
So in India, when you look at, and I strongly believe is such a diverse population. We are a country with people at different income levels, different education levels, different awareness levels, different levels of usage of even the mobile phone, if you may look at. So if you look at these kind of challenges, your campaign, if you want to talk about the rural India, it is very, very critical that the campaigns has to be publicized widely in different regional papers, regional media. The regional languages is very, very important for us to take this campaign to the rural India. And obviously, the ecosystem has to come together and build up a common awareness initiative, common awareness fund forward. NPCI did this to some extent. We did a few months back the UPI Chalega campaign when the COVID was starting, and we saw immense benefit of that UPI Chalega campaign in terms of making people aware that digital is safe and secure. Digital is future. Migrate from cash to a convenient and the secure digital payment system. It is the paramount interest or a paramount objective of our country, our government, our regulator, that the country moves towards the less cash society. And for that, it is very, very important that all of us put together will have to invest into customer education and awareness. And I congratulate HDFC Bank team to putting up such a initiative, and more important, putting up such a lucid and so simple to understand campaign, which has a potential to go to every Indian and make them aware that digital is safe and secure, and move to digital, migrate to digital from cash. Thank you.
It was lovely speaking to you, Mr. Asbe. Thank you so much for sharing your insights with us. I would urge all our viewers to please Mooh Bandh Rakho.